Hey there, I'm LOL Mel. I am so excited to be showing you how to add light leaks and gradients to your photos using the Over app. All right, it is 1 o'clock. It's officially time to kick this off, Create with LOL Mel. I am Mel. I am so excited to be here today. I am from New Jersey. I live in New Jersey. I work in New York. I am an art director and digital content creator. I am currently running the creative strategy for two sites called makeup.com and skincare.com at Pop Sugar. And I also create digital content on the side. I love to teach people how to create different things and show brands and entrepreneurs and creators how they can create content from their phones. And how they can effectively run businesses from their phones. So Over is an app that I've just been obsessed with, and I've been using it since its inception. I'm so excited to be here today, and I can't wait to have you guys join and follow along. Now I want to show you the photo that we are going to create. So let me share that here. So this is a photo that I actually took when I was on vacation in Punta Cana. I was in the ocean, I was living my best life. And I wanted to add a sort of creative and colorful element. So if you guys follow me or your OG LOL Mel fam, you know that my feed is full of color. I am a color theory enthusiast. I love to give people a sense of excitement and feeling as they're scrolling through my feed. Things are relatively consistent, but always using different types of color and making things feel fun and vibrant. So this is a photo that I actually took, and I'm going to walk through how to recreate this in Over using gradients and light leaks. Don't forget to leave the questions down below if you're just joining, and a huge thank you again before we start to Over for having them have me here. So excited to have you guys join me today. So let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. Okay. So in the Over app, you are going to pick your photo, and you can see here what the photo looked like before. It's beautiful blue sky, blue ocean, but I really wanted to give this a sort of like film vibe, and then I am going to resize this for Instagram because that's of course where I was going to post it. So once you have that, you want to make sure that you look at your layers because layers are important in Over. You can see that in the top right hand corner. And this is what your layers would look like in the Over app. And now I'm going to go in and start adding all the goodness, all the fun. You can see here there's a ton of different things you can choose from in Over's collection. They have a lot of amazing creators that contribute different collections. I save a lot of my collections, a lot of my graphics, but you can always go and search for them by using the search tool and just typing in gradient, for example. There's so many cool ones. I mean, like the rainbow ones are amazing. I am such a fan for all of the gradients, and I'm always using them to add color to my photos. I already have them saved, so I'm gonna go ahead and place this orange and purple gradient here because I want the sky to feel very colorful, even though the blues are truly beautiful. I really wanted the photo to stand out and have like a very colorful feel. So I'm gonna go to the blending tool. The blending tool is amazing. You can honestly just run through and use all of the different types, whether it's soft light, darken, difference. Every sort of blending method gives you a different vibe. For me, this one in particular, I ended up using color just because it looks so pretty and it makes the sky look even more beautiful than it already was. The masking tool is amazing because you are going to basically mask away or erase anything that you don't want. So you can see that I placed a layer over my face, and what I want to do is erase that portion of the layer from my face so that only the gradient covers the background behind me. So I'm going to go in here and erase the part that's in my hair. What I love about the Over app, and specifically using the mask tool, is you can do a hard erase or you can do a diffused erase. You can also go back if you made a mistake, so it's always super helpful to have those tools. And if you're just joining, please be sure to leave any sort of questions that you have about this session or anything that I'm doing in using the question box below. All right, So I really loved how this turned out, the sort of gradient effect it gave over the sky already. And now we're gonna go in and make the color of the water have this sort of like really beautiful pink tint. So I'm gonna go back to the blend tool, and you can see every blend tool just gives the water a different vibe. Some of it gives it like a really pink tone, some orange, some really plays off of like the light reflex from the sun in the water. And for this one in particular, I think I ended up using the overlay. And again, because this gradient sits on top of me, I want to make sure that I'm masking away the portions that are on my face so that the gradient only goes over the water. So you can always click on your layer and edit, and then you can go into mask. And you can see here I made a mistake, but that's what the back tool is great for. The back tool is like Control-Z, Control-Z, you know what I mean? So I went ahead and removed that layer from my skin. You can't really see it in my hair, so I really only removed it from like my fingers and my face. This is always so much fun. It's very therapeutic, honestly, to go in here and use these tools and erase and paint. So much fun. And then I just went into my shoulders. Again, I didn't remove it from like my bathing suit or my hair because you couldn't really see it. And also the photo is so far away from Instagram, but I think if you were like blowing this up or printing it, you would obviously want to be a little bit more detailed. Then I'm gonna go into adding clouds. So I wanted clouds to be in the background. Even though the skies were beautiful, I wanted to sort of add in an extra element here. So if you search for clouds, you can find a ton of different ones. And I went ahead and started to place them. This is always fun because you really can just get creative with the things that you post in here. You can, you know, I could have put a moon behind me, I could have put stars. You can just kind of stretch your imagination and do whatever it is that you feel excites you and makes, you know, the photo look cooler. And then I added a few more clouds. And the great thing is that you can like add the clouds and you can pinch and zoom them. You can also change the transparency if you want them to just be like very faint in the background. And then I went a little cloud crazy and added one more cloud in here. And then always placement is hard, you know, you always gotta like get the composition just right and the cloud placement just right. So I was like moving it around. Yep, perfect. Great cloud placement, girl. And once I had the cloud placement and everything that I, you know, did with the photo completely ready and good to go, I wanted to add in a light leak. Light leaks are my favorite. That's like my bread and butter. Every time I post a photo, for some reason, I just need to have a light leak. It just makes the photos look vibrant and cool, like they're from film. I have a ton of light leaks saved already from creators that are my favorite. This one, I mean, it has pink in it. What more do you want? So what I like to do is I like to position the light leaks first and get them in sort of like a good place that I feel like look happy to me. For this one, I wanted it to come from the side so that it looked like the light leak was burning kind of like the edge of the paper. And then of course you go to your blend tool, and blend again is amazing because every sort of element adds something different. Like you can even see the difference in this right here. It just gives the photo a totally different vibe. So your photo can start one way and it can completely evolve at the end of the day. But I loved this one because it made the difference of the photo behind it with the light leak already placed have this sort of like cool zebra looking colorful pattern, and I just love the colors. Now we're gonna go in and add a frame. What is a cool film photo without a frame? So I went in here and added a white frame. I wanted everything to be like really crisp and beautiful. You can always recenter and crop whatever you don't need from the frame. And I placed that right on top of my photo. and it looks good to me. I love that you get those little markers that tell you it's center, because OCD over here. And I really loved how that turned out. I actually wanted the frame to have a little bit of a gradient in it, so you can add the drop shadow, and you can pull the drop shadow back and diffuse it. You can also position the drop shadow to be like, you know, center or off to the side. For this one and for this instance, I actually made the drop shadow to be fully center, and then I pulled the opacity back so that it wasn't too harsh. It has just like a teeny tiny bit of drop shadow so that it really does look like a film photo. And then once I get the opacity just right, I kind of just zoom out, look at everything, make sure I'm happy with it. I'm gonna go to my little yellow button in the top right corner, and then you can save as a PNG or a JPEG or whatever you want, whatever makes you happy. And that is it. That is the way that I created that beautiful light leak. Time is wrapped up here today. Again, super grateful to Over for having me today, and again, a huge thank you to Over for doing this and for sharing what their creators are doing in their community, especially during this time. I want to thank you guys all for joining me today, and please be sure to follow me at LOLMel, where I will be still continuing to teach different types of tech tips of how you can effectively run your business from your smartphone. I am so grateful to have had your time today, and I want all of you guys to remember to please be safe and stay indoors. I look forward to the next time we see each other. Thank you.